The Blueprint, Matt Morgan.
If you're not trying to be the world champion, quit. You shouldn't be doing this.
Mr. Anderson.
I will be the next TNA World Heavyweight Champion.
The #1 Contenders match for the TNA World Heavyweight Championship.
Now comes the next part, and that's finally putting that strap around this waist.
Who will earn a shot at the Antichrist of professional wrestling, Jeff Hardy. TNA Wrestling presents Genesis, live January 9th, only on pay-per-view. Coming up next on TNA Before the Bell, Genesis. We take a special look at the top 2 contenders in the TNA Heavyweight Division. On Sunday, January 9th, exclusively on pay-per-view. Mr. Anderson battles the Blueprint, Matt Morgan. The winner will face off with the TNA World Heavyweight Champion, Jeff Hardy. Both men are looking to capture their first World Heavyweight Championship. Which man will take the next step towards the title? Coming up next, we will hear from Mr. Anderson, Matt Morgan, and the TNA World Heavyweight Champion, Jeff Hardy. TNA Before the Bell, Genesis starts right now.
I'm Matt Morgan, and I will be the next TNA World Heavyweight Champion.
I'm Mr. Anderson, and I will be the next TNA World Heavyweight Champion. Whether you like it, whether Immortal likes it, Jeff Hardy likes it, or not.
Ken Anderson cost you that match. If you would have had a referee that knew what the hell he was doing, things might have turned out differently. We're gonna decide a match. You versus Ken Anderson, and the winner gets a shot at Jeff Hardy.
There's no way that match could take place. Okay, he's not clear. There's no way that can happen.
I am no mere mortal. I am
Got a concussion. I probably can't even count how many concussions I've had in my life. This is just part of the wrestling business.
You're a stubborn son of a bitch. That's what this is, Ken. Hey, superstar! So popular.
Either he wrestles you for a shot at Jeff Hardy, or he is out of here.
I'm gonna wait for my doctor to clear me. When I'm back, I'm going on a tear. Yeah, it's convenient for me to sit at home on my ass for 2 months and not get paid. 2 months! Right in the frickin' pie!
If this match occurs, once that bell sounds, gloves are off. Why am I gonna be the next world champ? Everybody pretty much has their own story, you know? And my story, however, especially lately, is a little bit deeper than others. Meaning, I've had the World Heavyweight Champion Jeff Hardy pinned in both matches, both occurrences when we faced off. I beat the snot out of him twice, fair and square. You know? But due to some, crap happening, I'm not the world champion. Not making excuses. But if there's an uncrowned champion here at TNA, you're looking at him right now, and that's me.
I am controlling everyone's destiny here at TNA because I lead this company. I will lead this company in the future. This is evolution, baby, and you gotta deal with it.
Should Jeff Hardy be the face of TNA? I don't know. You know what? The guy's popular. He's done a lot of stuff in this business. He's been in the business for a long time. Again, that's a decision that the fans can make. If they want a guy like that, who's sold his soul to the frickin' devil, as their, top dog, which I tend to think, just by what I hear when I go to the ring, that, they don't want that.
But their heads are up. They're up. They let my words get in their head. They don't know what to think because, in all honesty, we are in similarities of con men around this business.
This business has always been about not big, not strong, not tall. It's been about timing. That's what this business is built on. Timing. When to strike at the right time. When to become a champion at the right time. When to face the right. It's a timing issue. Meaning, a lot of things have got to be prepared and ready when someone's about to be crowned world champion. In my opinion, it's always better when the crowd is ready to receive you as champion. That's number one. You physically, that's one thing being ready, but mentally, more importantly, to take on the task of going on the road 24/7 and promoting this show and doing everything it takes to put TNA on the map. When you're a world champion, it's not just wearing a little piece of gold around your waist and saying, hey, I'm the world champion. It's about growing a brand, not just yourself, growing this company. And I'm 7 foot, 330 pounds. There's no one in this company that sticks out more than me. I'm a walking billboard of advertisement for TNA. That's why I should be the next world champion.
First, I'm gonna beat Matt Morgan. Sorry about that. And then I'm gonna beat Jeff Hardy. Since joining TNA, I've been in the business for 11 years. It's been my goal since the day that I stepped foot in the wrestling ring. Since I was sitting at home watching it on TV and I said, I can do that. Why do I think I deserve it? Because I could say all the cliche BS.
Because I'm more passionate about it. I want it more than anybody else.
I've trained harder than anybody else. Why do I deserve it? Because I'm me. That's why I deserve it.
The Blueprint, Matt Morgan.
If you're not trying to be the world champion, quit. You shouldn't be doing this.
Mr. Anderson.
I will be the next TNA World Heavyweight Champion.
The #1 contenders match for the TNA World Heavyweight Championship.
Now comes the next part, and that's finally putting that strap around this waist.
Who will earn a shot at the Antichrist of professional wrestling, Jeff Hardy. TNA Wrestling presents Genesis, live January 9th, only on pay-per-view.
What would it mean winning my first world title here in TNA? There's really not many words for it, to be honest with you. I think it's a feeling thing. I've never won one, so I don't know what it feels like to win it, to be honest. But I know that for 3 seconds, all I've got to do is hold down my opponent's shoulders. And from what I've heard from my friends who have been former world champions, that's going to be the most magical feeling you'll ever have in your entire life, winning that first gold. And it's something that I get goosebumps thinking about, man. I do. Like I said, it's about the quest. It's about the journey to be the world champion, man. And I've come a long way. I've done everything I needed to improve myself as a wrestler, as a performer, how I handle myself out of the ring, especially. I'm not just a pro wrestler. I'm the keynote speaker for children and adults living with ADD. I'm a keynote speaker for DARE. I do tons of things outside the ring as well. So it's not just about bettering myself in the ring. I better myself outside of the ring and giving back. Because when I become world champion, I'm gonna continue to do the same damn thing. I'm not gonna change who I am.
I don't fear either one of them. Ken's an asshole. He admits that every damn day. Morgan's he's just a big-ass green print. He don't know what he's doing out there. He's not been in this business long enough to hang with one like myself. So honestly, right now, I don't think they have what it takes to beat me. And I'm gonna stick to my guns.
Worried about Immortal interfering? It's pretty much a given that Immortal will be interfering. It's just a matter of developing and strategizing about a game plan for when it happens. Turn this place into a freaking circus. Nobody can ever get anything done. Nobody can ever have a match. It's just a straight one-on-one match. Ever. I'm so sick and tired of seeing those jerk-offs run down to the ring and they screw every match.
Listen, I'm not a moron, okay? I even said it last pay-per-view. I was planning on Immortal running in the ring. That's why I asked Anderson to make this a no disqualification match. Because I wanted to ping pong those little midgets around that ring myself and then get back to Hardy. Because I knew they'd come out and make, try to do a run-in and cost, Jeff having a disqualification and me ruining my chances to be world champion again. So I wanted to get ahead of it for that match. But, Eric threw another curveball at us. So, of course, I'm worried about Immortal and those other guys, Fortune coming out to the ring. Of course I am.
The Blueprint, Matt Morgan.
If you're not trying to be the world champion, quit. You shouldn't be doing this.
Mr. Anderson.
I will be the next TNA World Heavyweight Champion.
The #1 Contenders match for the TNA World Heavyweight Championship.
Now comes the next part. And that's finally putting that strap around this waist.
Who will earn a shot at the Antichrist of professional wrestling, Jeff Hardy. TNA Wrestling presents Genesis, live January 9th, only on pay-per-view.
I am the target, and I have this message for everybody. Point your guns at me. If you want to take me out, please try. Give it your best. Prove to me that you want this more than anything else in life itself, because this is very important. So if you want me, come get me.
It's been time for a change in direction for a long time. Especially since Bound for Glory. And like I said, I'm sick and tired of seeing those guys. And I'm gonna do something about it. It might not be tomorrow, it might not be next week, it might not be next month, but I promise you that I'm gonna take care of it.
What would a rematch versus Jeff Hardy for the world title mean to my career? It very well could, no, it will mean that you're looking at the next world heavyweight champion. That's what it would mean for my career. It'd mean everything. At this juncture of my career, it would mean everything. Here's the way I look at it. I beat Jeff fair and square the first time we faced off at the pay-per-view, right? And I beat him again. Just this last pay-per-view, I pinned him all over again. I think the crowd counted to 12 after the carbon footprint, last check. So I now know I'm in the driver's seat. I know Jeff fears me. But here's the thing that I have to take into account with Jeff. There's one thing I learned. I learned something from Jeff each match, right? And this second match, what I got out of Jeff is Jeff will hit that twist of hate out of anywhere at any time, even when I'm in the driver's seat. So I've got to definitely look out for that. Jeff is in a whole different level right now as far as what to expect from him, because you have to expect the unexpected from Jeff Hardy at this moment. He's a whole different person. He can have all the people in his ear telling him what to do and controlling him somewhat. And, Hogan and Eric being the puppeteers that they are awesome at that. I'll give them all the props in the world for that. Those are geniuses when it comes to puppeteering. They are. However, with Jeff's doing something on his own right now, and that's striking out of nowhere. That twist of hate, good God. I mean, I hit him with like five of my big things, big offensive moves. Nobody gets up from stuff like that. Go to pick up Jeff to finish him off, and well, bam, I hit a twist of hate just like that. So I got to watch out for that. Jeff is definitely a little bit more cerebral in his game now. It's different. It's not Jeff throwing his body out on the line anymore. Jeff is almost lulling us to sleep lulling us into false confidence, thinking we're on top of him. He'll get the dog snot kicked out of him if that's what it takes for 10 minutes just for him to be setting you up for the twist of hate out of left field. And that's what I got out of that second match with Jeff. So a third match versus him? Please, game, set, and match. New world champion.
I don't know. I don't necessarily know that I would make a good champ. I don't care about being a good champ. I just care about being the champ. I'll let the people decide if I'm a good champ. I don't care if I'll be a better face of the company. I didn't come here to make friends. I didn't get into this business to make friends. I got into this business to make money, win championships, travel the world. Every once in a while, you meet somebody that you become very good friends with. But you know what? That doesn't always have a fairy tale ending. That doesn't always have a fairy tale ending, does it?
The Blueprint, Matt Morgan.
If you're not trying to be the world champion, quit. You shouldn't be doing this.
Mr. Anderson.
I will be the next TNA World Heavyweight Champion.
The #1 Contenders match for the TNA World Heavyweight Championship.
Now comes the next part. And that's finally putting that strap around this waist.
Who will earn a shot at the Antichrist of professional wrestling, Jeff Hardy. TNA Wrestling presents Genesis, live January 9th only on pay-per-view.